Okay, welcome friends and happy Friday. Sorry for the delay this morning. We had a little internet trouble and we had to reboot, but we're here now. Better late than never is what I always say. But a big happy Friday, everybody. We are going to learn how to make fractured cards today with Diana, and she comes up with these really cool techniques, and then she just makes one or two cards to show us, to give us the idea. So, you know, she doesn't make too many to show us how it works, but she is going to show us how it works. And Diana, you said you have 3 different ways to make them, right? And you're going to show them all to us?
Actually, there's a lot of different ways to make them, but I'm going to show 3 different ways.
Okay,
so.
well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Man, you look good in the under the lights.
Oh.
You look fabulous in your shirt and everything. So good morning. Before we get to our fractured cards, and I'm glad I'm here because fractured is kind of a word of the day, or maybe the word of the quarter for me.
Not that kind of fracture.
This is not that kind of fracture. But anyway, we are going to show you what came in. And our second, let's see, what are we going to show first? Little Ladybug?
Should we show Ladybug?
We're going to show Little Ladybug first. And this is a new collection from Echo Park. It is not Christmas. So we are showing you non-Christmas things.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Absolutely
Isn't it
adorable.
Fun?
Yes.
And so this is called Little Ladybug from Echo Park, and this is the collection pack. And last year they had Be Happy. I think it was maybe last summer.
Oh yeah, the more yellow.
This is kind of the next type of collection like that.
You got to see these stickers.
Oh, look at the ladybug on the strawberry leaves.
Oh my gosh.
You always hold a spot in my heart. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dear.
Wild, free, and as happy as can be. Fly like a lady. Spread your wings and fly. Though she may be small, she is fierce. Life is better with polka dots. Oh my gosh, that's really cute. So that's the collection pack, and it's got all the papers, which we're going to show you, and the sticker sheet. I think we have everything from this collection.
We'll show the match first, and then we'll show the...
So the solids are always a good addition. Yeah. Then you don't have to worry about matching up cardstock.
Oh, those are bright.
Especially when you're shopping from afar.
Okay, so we can show some of these.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah. So there's the gingham.
So that's the gingham. And it's got the little ladybugs on the back.
And they've got their wings. It looks like they're like flying around.
I know. And then we got this dotted stuff.
The dotted stuff?
The dotted stuff.
On one side, and then the journal cards.
The journal cards.
You're cute as a bug in the rug, wild and free. Lady luck, please stop here. Butterfly kisses and ladybug hugs. Spread your wings and fly. Those are just so cute.
Aren't they?
I could see a lot of uses. They're cheerful. Ruby says, good one for a young lady or a granddaughter. Mm-hmm. And you got to love the black and white.
And more ladybugs.
You know, there are some ladybug stickers, Diana. I don't know if you remember them, but we're going to have to get them ordered. They're kind of repeated.
I think I have them in my stash.
You probably do.
I love ladybugs.
And there's that looks like the B side, and there's some nice florals with a few little ladybugs thrown in. This collection is all online, and you can find it if you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping, and then go to our new section. And it might be at the bottom, since it's new, or else it's going to be alphabetical under Echo Park.
Some more cut-aparts.
Yeah.
Those are awful cute.
This would make a nice little album. Let's see. Janet says when Bailey was little, she was totally obsessed with ladybugs. Oh, thank you. Chris found them. Chris, you're amazing.
I don't know that those are, I didn't see the collection yet, but anyway.
These are perfect. Okay, I'll show those too. And there's the strawberries.
Yep.
With the ladybugs.
We got a black dot.
Let's see what's on the other side of that.
And
there we go.
Cute.
Whoops, sorry, Diana. I messed up your pile. So there we go.
And we got this one.
And there's the ladybugs with the flowers.
And that's got a turquoise
I think
background.
If you put the 3 ginghams together, that would be really nice.
Oh, yeah, all the ginghams. There's that one.
And Donna's asking about the Grinch. And the Grinch is all on reorder. So everything from the Grinch is on its way.
Yeah, Donna wanted that Grinch. I was going to put her in the book for it. The Grinch stamp set.
No, wait, go back to that. Look at this. It's a daisy pattern, but then you see these little ladybugs just randomly on the paper. That is so clever. I love it.
That is cute, isn't it?
It's very cute.
And then that's just
And then we've got another floral here. This is a happy collection, and it is a happy Friday today. Diana, I think I'd use that side for Christmas with the green and white stripe.
I know. I don't know why you couldn't.
And then here's the 4x4. Enjoy the little things. Here's a nice little journaling box. If you were doing a scrapbook, you could write in there or stamp.
Perfect.
And then you got kind of a yellow.
And the sticker sheet, which we've already kind of seen.
It's really cute. They pack a lot into their stickers, that's for sure.
And then we got all the
We got the solids.
So
which Diana showed us the package, and now here's the singles.
On that side, and we got all the brights over here.
Yeah, I love it.
Perfect.
Love it. Okay, let's see the other little pieces to this collection.
All right, here's the stamp set. Oh, we got 2 stamp sets.
Okay, I have to tell you what my favorite part is right here. I love stamps like that look kind of like ransom lettering.
Yeah.
And it's got a doily, and it's got ladybugs and flowers.
Those are so
And you know, we got to give a shout out to Echo Park, because their stamp sets are always really nice. They have words and they have images.
And we got a little ladybug die. Oh, you got to
that's
see
cute.
how big she is. She's only that big, about as big as she
Perfect for
shows.
cards.
I know.
Or confetti. You can make
Oh my gosh.
You know, I bet there's people that have ladybug birthday parties.
Oh yes.
Because Janet said her daughter was obsessed with them.
Yeah. And then we've got this is the ephemera and frames and tags.
Okay, and then can you flip them over, and then we can see a little bit more what's inside.
So this is the ephemera and frames and tags.
And let's go here.
Really cute stuff.
Yeah, this is cute. This is a very cute collection.
And of course,
Cute's the perfect word for it,
we
Diana.
got the little 6x6 pad. And that's
Which is nice for
$7.99.
cards. It's really nice for card making because your patterns are smaller. Okay, up next is the new Valentine called Love Notes.
Oh my goodness.
So this is our 3rd Valentine collection that we've gotten. No, 2nd.
Ooh, this is
We
cute,
got in
though.
Love Story. You might remember it from Simple Story, Simple Vintage. And now we have Love Notes. So maybe it's all going to be about love. I don't know.
A lot of turquoise this year, it looks like, in with
Yes.
stuff.
They both
So that's
have
a
that
sticker
color.
sheet while we're looking. A lot of
Got a
stickers.
little love bug
A lot of stickers.
and chocolate covered strawberries, and so that's the collection pack, which gives you the stickers and all the papers excluding the solids.
And it must not have this.
Maybe we didn't bring the solids
Solid.
over.
Okay.
We'll have to check into that.
Okay,
But-
there's that sticker sheet up close and personal.
I like the heart balloons and all the hearts in the
I know
mailbox.
it. Yeah, it's got cute in the wreaths. Okay, I think these are our solids here. So
So here's what the solids look like. We're not sure if we have
solids.
the solid pack or not, but if we don't, we will
the pinks.
get it.
And there's your.
Nice.
I know, aren't those pretty?
So I don't know if anybody is done with all their Christmas and they're thinking Valentine's, but it's nice to get it early because places like Memory Bound, we can start as soon as we get ready for Thanksgiving week and our staff holiday party, then we can start working on Valentine projects. And I
Valentine's.
love the one with the cars. You make my heart race. Diana, you need to flip that over. I don't know if you got to see it or not.
Oh, isn't
Isn't
that
that
cute? Oh, yes. And the pink gingham. It looks like gingham's in this year with these
Okay. and Chris,
mailboxes.
Solid pack.
will you see if Simple Vintage Valentine has a card kit?
Simple Vintage Valentine.
The love story.
Yeah.
Chris is checking. We had a question about a card kit, and I think there is, but we'll
This
get it.
is cool. It's got little letters to go with the mailboxes.
Well, and you could cut those up for sure.
Ooh, yeah. Make confetti out of those.
And I love the
Here
love
comes
bug.
our cards.
I don't know how many of you watched
Isn't that
Herbie
cute?
when you were young, if you're about my age, but I remember Herbie the Love Bug.
And that's just
All those
got a
movies from
turquoise.
Disney, and I absolutely loved them.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I think we even got to go to the movie theater to see one.
That's really cool, too.
That's got kind of a wood background. It looks like shiplap background, and then the flowers. And then the back is probably the B side, which just has little pink hearts.
And we got
Oh,
this is
yes.
cut aparts.
I think this is a good one, you guys. I think you're going to really like it.
Ooh, look at the stripes.
You know,
Like
you
the
put two stripes together, and you got a nice background. for a 2-page layout, or however many pages of layouts you'd like.
And
Diana, Juanita's on the road again.
oh no,
And there's our paper airplanes.
that's a traveling girl there.
So the other thing that we watched Herbie the Love Bug when I was young, and then when my kids were young, my dad always our kids always did paper airplanes in the family room and tried to hit the ceiling fan. I don't know if anybody else did that, but that
Says
was
red.
the big game. Oh, Diana, these look different.
Yeah, tags.
Okay, they're tags, but they're
Oh
not
my
little,
gosh.
and they're not the 3x4s. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of seeing this for the first time.
They're just almost, what, 3 inches or something?
Diana's going to measure them.
Yeah, 3
Erica
inches
has
tall.
3 Christmas cards left to
2 by
make, and then
3s.
she's moving on. All right, let's take a close look at these.
2 by 3.
What a nice size.
I
And to put
know.
on the fronts of cards, or if you're making Valentines or making Valentine treats,
Yeah.
these would be perfect to tie on. And it's the
Ooh,
back,
there's a
and then the back
pretty-
is a pretty flower.
Yeah, pretty flower. Wouldn't even have to do anything to the
You
back
know,
of that.
everyone, we're seeing it for the first time, just like you are. Diane checked this in, and it's been in a basket.
So that one.
And then you got the red. There's always the
just the
ginghams that are
red.
added. So thank you,
Yeah.
Echo Park. They're great backgrounds.
I know.
There's another floral.
This is really a pretty. And it's got
It is.
hearts.
The red really pops off of that
I know
background.
it. And we got some more cut apart.
Diana, we need to have somebody make chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yes.
You make my heart beep faster.
And this one
some
has
floral
wreaths. Oh, this is fun too. With the balloons.
Yeah, I think we're going to be reordering this.
Yeah,
I think we're.
I think so
I think
too.
we're going to
Both
need more of
these.
this collection.
I think both of these.
So this is Love
collections.
Notes, and we showed you the little ladybug. And here's the Love Notes. We call them accessories.
Yeah,
I
ephemera
don't see
and
the chipboard, so we're going to
frames and
check on the
tags.
chipboard and the solids. Everyone, I learned that when I order Echo Park online, if I don't wait for something to go in my cart, it doesn't. And I'm thinking maybe that might have happened in this case.
And we got 2 sets of stamps too.
And again, they
Those
do
will
their
come in handy.
Yeah, and they have really nice stamps. There's a lot packed on there.
Mm-hmm.
And things you could color in, like the balloons, or you could leave them plain.
And their stamp sets are $12.99. So that's a really good price
Perfect.
for as many of the stamps as you get. And last,
And there's our little 6x6 tablet. And
little
those are our
6 by
two
6.
collections from Echo Park.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Diana, before we move on, we had a question about this. And this is the card kit from Simple Stories from their Simple Vintage Love Story collection. And if you're familiar with the Simple Stories card kits, we'll have Diana flip it around. You don't even need scissors. Everything punches out and you can assemble them. And they don't include envelopes, but you have your card bases, which are really nice, heavy ones, and you have all the papers, the backgrounds, chipboard, and extras. You'll have extras. And we're going to have somebody make that up because that is
It's
very
pretty.
pretty.
Very pretty.
We love their card kits.
Yes.
Oh
Totally.
boy. Well, speaking of cards, Diana, we're going to do fractured cards on this fine Friday with Diana. And we appreciate you coming in. And earlier, if you are just joining us earlier, we gave a peek and we told you that Diana didn't have very many samples to show us.
It's all Katie's fault because Katie kept putting me off. And when you put me off, then I dream up some more.
Then you
and I
made
make
more.
more. She said I didn't have to make this many, but
I
she
know.
put me off 3 times.
Diana's been moved on. We have a fluid
moved.
demo schedule.
Very
Doesn't that
much.
sound professional, like
Yeah.
a corporate talk?
Yeah.
Fluid.
something. Yeah.
And so we do move things around. And Diana's, this is your 3rd date that you've been on?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
well, we're glad you're here today.
So I had an extra 2 weeks. That's
2 weeks.
You just don't want to.
Look out.
I don't want to go
Well,
there.
Diana, I know the last time you came, you made cards. And what was that technique?
I don't know.
What was it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Maybe Janet can remind us. And you had a lot of cards, and they were amazing. We were all like oohing
they
and
were.
ahhing and stuff. And we're going to do that today too. And she's going to show us how to make the fractured cards so that you can make them this afternoon with what you have at home, or get some stuff from Memory Bound. And I think, okay, Julie says she's so excited because she's been waiting for this demo.
Me too, Julie.
And Bunny's doing these at a card party tonight.
Yay! Yay!
So we will have to like show how to do this then.
They are very seem to be very popular right now. That's one reason I did some of them, because they kept showing up on my blog sites and on Facebook sites and all that, and I thought, boy, some of those are really pretty.
Well, we like it for you to figure it out and then tell us how to do it.
I figured it all out. So basically, fractured cards they just look like they're divided up, like fractured up, I guess is how you say it.
Grab one and when you're talking about it, let's.
Okay, let's start.
Well,
let's just start with a couple of these, because these are kind of more glittery ones.
Okay, if you don't know Diana, she's our glitter gal.
Yes, I'm a glitter person. So fractured cards basically use paper strips. You can use washi tape, different colored sections, which I've got some that I show you, to fracture them up, to divide them all up. So these are, of course, paper strips of glitter paper of silver and gold. And so you can make some really elaborate ones with them.
Beautiful.
These aren't actually real elaborate, except the paper's elaborate. So
which makes them look elaborate, yes.
And the deal is, like, these have squares. You just cut a square out. Now you can use, I've got some just die sets with all the different shapes. There's a square set. So you could cut out any size you wanted that would fit on your card. You got to remember that I make all 5x7 cards, so these are 5x7s, not A2s. But you can do these with A2s, then you might just want to use a little bit smaller square or hexagon or whatever you're using. So any shape that has flat sides to it, squares, diamonds, octagons, hexagons.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
You couldn't do this with circles necessarily.
All right,
unless
so they
you
have
put
to have flat sides.
Flat sides to them, pretty much. So then you just add your strips, and you would start at one corner and go out to the end, and then join that right at the corner there and go to the next end, and the next side goes as far as you can take it, and this side goes as far as you can take it, and you just don't cross the lines at all. You just butt into.
They look really amazing.
So
a lot of people are excited, Diana. They want to know how to do this. Dorothy says she has a notebook of all our videos, and your last cards were in March, and they were graduation. I was thinking you've done something since.
Yeah, I thought I had
She's done one video since then.
Yeah, I've done something because I had some Halloween cards and stuff, I think. Sure, they would be glittered. Okay.
Our sound might have just gone off, and if it did, we know it. I think I hit the mute button.
Oh no!
But we're back. We're back.
Am I back? Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think I muted it for myself, though, not for you, Diana.
Okay.
Oh, they said you did the waffle. Oh, everybody's saying waffle flour, and I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, this is not made with a waffle flour, but you did the waffle flour. The postage.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yes,
and
yes.
And that was, thank you, everybody. I see your I see your comments.
We got them.
But it took a while to click, and I call that ankle brain. So.
Oh dear. Okay, I was going to try just to get all of them that I've made out of squares.
Is this one?
No.
Or is that a rectangle? Here.
That one.
And we'll take pictures.
Yeah.
Diana doesn't mind. We'll take lots of pictures for our blog.
This one might have
Just
been out of
we might our blog. We'll be catching up on our blog, but right now you might not see things just exactly right away.
Okay, this was one of the very first ones I made, and it's just made out of a square, and you just turn it on to its side so you get the diamond effect with it. This was just a simple birthday card. I think it was the very first one I made. But pretty. You can turn it to a diamond. This one is one that has different colors in each corner. You probably can't tell that, but they are from different sheets and different colors. And I actually used this little
Oh, the
6
ink
by
drops.
6 pad. We don't have any of these in stock now, but
But-
we've got some that you absolutely could use.
So she brought in, it's another one from Craft Consortium. It's the Retro Summer. And those colors, are these the ones that you pulled for
Yep,
it?
yep,
And
those
then
three.
Reminisce has this Got Art collection, and look at the funness there. Funness. That's not a
Funness,
word, but
yes.
it's a word here at Memory Bound. And then she also pulled Honeybee. So you could mix up these colors also.
And I am going to show you how to do this because there's kind of a technique to getting
Yes,
4
we-
different colors into the
We
corners.
want to know. We want to know.
But you start with your basic square again, and this has strips of paper that fractures it. So, and we will do one of those. I think those are kind of pretty, and a lot of people have these. We used to carry these in all different colors. We had a gray.
Yeah, we
Gray
and we
set
can get we
and,
can get them. I
you
think
know,
we just kind of
they're- we don't. I
we
mean, this is
got
about
excited
all we
about
have right now.
Christmas.
Okay, so this one is
Ooh.
a square on its side. Also, it is matted, so I have matted it with a dark blue underneath, if you can see that, and then use the silver for the stripes. The thing about this card is there's a scene behind it, and so you can actually cut your paper so that you cut a scene out and then push your fracture down into the corner
That's really
more
neat.
so that you can see the
There are a lot of
picture.
papers, you know, even like the Christmas Spectacular from 49
Oh,
and Market
yes.
that doesn't have a scene, but it has an image.
Yeah, where you'd have more of an image and you'd keep it up
I
here.
think we're all very anxious to see how to
So-
do this because it doesn't look. I'm sure it's not as hard as it looks.
It isn't, but it.
Somebody said, Sharon says her video is blurry. So Sharon, I would close out and come back. And oh, Janet said she is too. Okay, well
Okay.
we'll carry on and hope that we can get it fixed up, guys. I'm really sorry about that.
So this one I put on a double square, as you can see. It's got a pink background, and I pop dotted the little square off of it, and then pop dotted the pumpkin off of it, and some of the flowers. So you can do all that kind of stuff. Then put my message down there. That's also pop dotted off, and then fractured around it. And this one, I used ephemera on and made a huge big square, and I think I used the die that has the
Oh, the
what do you call
wonky. I think that
yeah,
might
the
be
wonky the wonky edges around it that looks like it's stitched. And
That's
but I
really
made a
cool,
bigger one.
Diane.
It almost comes corner to corner when you turn it on its side, as you can see. And again, this is one where you have different colors. I put that color in those corners and that one in those corners.
Oh my gosh, Diana.
And then
I don't think people can really see all the layers on this. It is amazing.
it does have a lot of layers. It's all the ephemera from, I think this is a Mente, maybe.
I'm going to pull that one up closer so we can really take a look at it. So you can see that that's all ephemera pieces. So you could get out your ephemera and
Oh yeah, just get all your ephemera
There's-
out and
oh my gosh,
and
there's
use
so
it.
many options.
And then, and this one I really like. This one is made with Elizabeth Craft's poinsettia set. And we don't have that in right now, but I bet we can get it if somebody would like it. I think I used it on my last ones that I was showing too. But so it's just a square, and put on there instead of like a diamond, like a square. And then fractured off of that, so you can see the fracture goes down that way. It'll go in straight lines.
So they go
then.
in different, it all kind of depends on how you set it up.
Right. Yeah, the fracture follows your square, your centerpiece. And I also embossed the back of this. I just used a swirl that I had at home. I think it was a very old embossing folder. But it kind of gives it another layer yet, another texture.
Diana, there's a question about envelopes for like a card like this it's really not that thick.
No, they'll go in just a regular
This
envelope.
one is going to be thicker. But could you get this in a regular envelope?
Yeah, it'll just go in a regular envelope. Yep.
You might, a lot of cards I got when I fractured, speaking of fractures, a lot of people put like a piece of cardstock over the top of if you have something that's fragile. And I think
and
that
I
was
don't
really
think,
neat.
I put a lot of things behind them. I mean, that, I don't think you could damage it. It's
Put a lot
it's
of,
on
yeah.
there. Good. And then this is the last square one, I think, that I've got here.
Happy
And
fall,
so
y'all.
I've double fractured lined it, more or less. Tripled it actually in a couple of spots where I put the foil.
And
So-
Janet always also mentioned that we have these boxes. Do we have a bell?
Yeah, we do. Oh, I don't
Okay.
see
When
a
somebody
bell.
goes by, we do have these mailing boxes that fit
Yeah,
a
exactly.
5x7 card perfectly, and we'll grab those and show them before the end of the video.
And this one just used stickers.
That looks like Acorn
from
Lane.
the Acorn. Yep. The whole
Acorn
line.
Lane was a big surprise this year, everybody. It went crazy. So you're gonna show them to us, and then you're gonna show how to make them.
Yes.
Okay.
In the end, I will. I don't even know if we have. Okay, so the next ones are diamonds, where I actually used a diamond die. And there's a couple of different diamond dies. I don't know if we have the other one or not.
There's one
We
from
did
Waffle Flower, I
somewhere,
think.
yeah.
So we probably, I think we have that.
But it's an actual diamond, so, they're a little bit longer than the squares turned on their sides. They actually make a diamond on it. And you remember Maggie showed our little turkey yesterday, and I think we sold all of him. But
So you could put
I
a little
think we
die
could probably-
cut on,
yeah.
and is he on a wobble?
he is on a wobble.
So that is a thicker card that might require some extra
and
help.
he actually would push down, but I'd probably put something over to protect him. So this is a diamond, and again, I have matted him underneath with the orange and then double fractured him. So he's got two lines of fractures around him, or fracture lines. So he's all ready for Thanksgiving. This one, I did a stencil background, and I used Tim's, this stencil, it's pine cones, I think it's called. Trying to see. Yep, just called pine cones. And did the background on that.
I like how you use the brown and the green. I really like that stencil. I think I'm going to have to
That
put
is
that
a very,
in my own cart.
and it's very easy to use too. I was more than surprised. And then I think I got this upside down. I'm looking at it now. You guys.
Yeah,
okay.
we'd like to see it,
Yeah,
Diana.
you'd like to see it. Okay, so then the pine cones again are Elizabeth Craft. They came out the same time the poinsettia did, and we are out of those.
But you could use any type of greenery.
Any greenery.
And we have lots of other poinsettias that you could use.
Yeah, and so that's, and then I have got, used the glitter, Diane's glitter on my pine cones.
Okay.
And I think I used them on the poinsettias also. With the glitter mister. I like the glitter mister. Okay, this one, and you probably recognize the background, especially if you were in Merry Makers. Recognize the background paper. Again, it's a diamond. I used a smaller diamond on this. And then this bow is, where'd our bow go here? He's in
That's a Tim Holtz die. It's right here.
yeah, there he is.
And it's actually called Bow Tied.
Bow tied. It's very pretty done up. I really liked it.
I like it too. I like the way you did it
Yeah.
with part glitter and part plain. And this paper is from the Simple Vintage Dear Santa collection.
Your Santa collect. You know, you don't have your little whatever you put inside your diamond, square, whatever. You know, it can hang outside. You just want your diamond underneath showing through. Okay, and then this one, I actually stamped on my fractured pieces.
That's a great idea.
So you can stamp your, if you use a white or a light colored like I did here, you can just stamp on it, or you can even put chipboard pieces on it with a message, however you want to do that. And these are chipboard pieces too. Again, not sure what they came out of.
And
Probably a
Janet
Mente.
made a comment, this is good for using up your scraps and
Oh yes,
destashing.
it definitely is. And then I just put blings in the middle of my, all over it in the middle of my snowflakes.
And we're getting some comments that our quality is not very good today, and I apologize. I don't know what's wrong, but we can't do anything about it right now. So we're sorry. Maybe on a rewatch, it'll be better.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, Diana, I like how you use that wreath.
So yeah, this is Vicki Boutin's papers, and so of course they're all
She's
very
very
much
colorful.
different.
Vicky's very colorful.
She's very colorful. I actually think this is a square in the middle, but it's turned into the diamond shaped. This is one of our little little wreaths that you can get in these
This
little
is
packs.
the little birdie. There's all kinds of little birdie embellishments, and that's the wreaths. And Chris showed us another wreath on one of her projects. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So those are cute. They're $2.29, and you get 3 in the package.
And any of these little things are just the right size to put on one of these squares. So you could put anything on them if you had those.
And Diana, we got to show the little truck because
Oh yes, the little trucks.
they were showing this in Merrymakers yesterday. Janet actually
cute.
saw a real red truck like this in a parking lot and had taken a picture of it.
Okay, and then for my fractures, then I have used washi tape, and the washi tape is from Vicky's
Oh,
set
that's cute.
that goes with the papers.
And we have that available, and you can
Yes,
use lots
you
of
get some
washi
that.
tape.
And the papers are, of course, out of her little 6
Oh,
by
you
8
used her
book.
6x8. Okay.
Because she's got all kinds of neat papers in there. It's hard to decide which
It's
ones to use.
very different. I think that's why people love Vicki Boutin. She just has a kind of a different
She
look.
does. It's very different.
What's next, Diana?
Okay, well, we'll just...
So you're going to Diana's going to show us some more cards, and then she's going
I'm just
to
about
show us
done.
how
Yeah.
to do it, because that's what we're all waiting.
Okay.
We're all at the edge of our seats waiting to learn how to do it.
So these two are just using cut-aparts. So
Oh, my
whatever
gosh.
paper you have cut-aparts. Now I did cut them down a little bit. I think they were both 4x6 cut-aparts, and I cut them down a little bit because I wanted some of my outside to show, of course.
Diana, I love how creative
and
you've gotten
so-
with this technique, and we have so many ideas from today's video.
And they're so easy. They're so easy. You'll be surprised. So those are from cut-aparts. This is a fractured card that
Ooh.
doesn't have anything in the middle of it. It's just, you just fracture the card. You fracture whatever your paper is that's on it. So, and it can go either way. You just
my
start
gosh.
out with one strip and then butt into it.
Just keep
And just butt into it, butt into it, butt into it, butt into it till you get to the, and keep them basically the same amount apart.
It's pretty. It's very pretty with the
But
glitter paper.
It's basically the fracture is just an accent on your card. You're not really fracturing around anything.
I see a lot of glitter paper going out the door today, Diana.
Love my glitter paper. And this is another one. This is with a rectangle. And of course we got all kinds of rectangles. I know I have the Lawn Fawns, so that's why I brought those out here. And there's another one that's got stitching around it. So you just pick out, and there's a black kitty hair, which that comes from home. So again, I have used washi tape.
Oh,
And
sure.
this washi tape is
Is that from
the
Tis
Simple
the Season?
Stories, actually.
And that's from Tis the Season.
Yep. For the red gingham.
Oh, no, that's Dear Santa.
This is Dear Santa.
Sorry,
yeah, Dear
everybody. That's
Santa.
from Dear Santa.
And these two little guys are doodlebugs, little guys. We did have the die set for that, but we don't.
It's called Gingerbread
It's
Kisses.
not in right now.
And it looks like you stamped it on craft paper, which
I
good
did,
idea.
yeah.
And then added a little
And
ink.
then inked it, yeah, and added some bling, of course.
I'm excited to see this because, you see the stamp set and you kind
Mm-hmm.
of think, oh, I'd have to color that or, whatever, and maybe I
Yeah.
want to, but here's another way to use it with
Yeah,
craft paper.
if you just make them out of the color paper, they should be in the first place, and just ink them up so they look like they've been baked around the edges. So that's
And then it looks like she's used the Spellbinders dimensional dots for their little buttons.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep,
I'll go
so
back
little-
and just show you that to give you an idea.
For their
So
little buttons,
they've got
yeah.
2 different sizes on here, or 3 sizes. I'm sorry, guys. So
Yeah.
depending on how big you make your gingerbread people.
Yeah. And this one is with a hexagon. This is when you use a hexagon so you can fracture it even more.
Oh yeah, it kind of spirals. We got it
Get
stuck
hold
there.
of him. There he is.
So we have the Infinity die set from Hero Arts.
Yeah, and again, you can make it, any size you want. I just happen to make it that size. I don't know if I have the Let It Snow. Can't remember what that is. Oh, this is an Elizabeth Craft die. It's one that's got all kinds of winter words on it, or Christmas words. And
I like the
this-
putting the big snowflake in the middle.
yeah, this was just a die.
Something you had.
Yeah, something
There's
I
a
had.
new one out from Pink Fresh, and it's got a pretty nice big one like that in it. That's a good size snowflake.
Yeah, I like those big ones. And then again, you just fracture it around each side and run them off to the edge.
So Diana just mentioned fracture, and if you're joining us late, that's what we're doing today. We're showing you how to make fractured cards.
And this one I made up, it's a hexagon too, but I made it into a rectangle. So it's longer, so it would hold my sleigh.
Oh my gosh, is that the Tim Holtz sleigh?
And it is not. This
Oh, it's
isn't.
not. It's
This is
different.
an old Elizabeth Craft sleigh, but I think it's almost
But you
exactly
could use vintage
like
sled.
Tim's.
Oh yes, you definitely could.
I think this was from several years ago, but it was an Elizabeth Craft.
Oh, Kim's reminded us the Merrymakers have a snowflake in their die set
Oh.
that they got in their
Yeah,
kits.
absolutely. So again, you're coming off of short ones. Your fractures are just going every which way on a card like this. And the reason I brought this part to go with it is because I learned after the fact you cannot, when you're gluing these down, you can only glue up to your corner and leave this, like you would leave this end free. Just glue up to there because you want this one to tuck under this one. And so each one you want to tuck under.
Okay, and
The
you're
one
going to
ahead.
show us that, right? Or is that part
yeah,
of your demo?
I think I am.
Okay.
I don't remember, but this is why I don't know anymore what I'm doing.
Hey, this is memory bound.
Yeah, it is.
How we roll.
But you can see on this first one, I was just putting them every which way, and so then you got these flaps out, and you don't want those flaps out like that. You want them tucked
So
under.
you tuck them under. Okay.
Under the other one. So that's just something you got to remember when you're doing some of these bigger ones.
Or use
especially,
repositionable
or
where you
any-
can pull it up and tuck
Yeah,
it under.
Of course, I didn't. I would be using glue.
Diana is our glue person. Diana, we mention you all the time.
I did,
Because I
and I-
know, I think Katie and Diana and I have both come over to the glue side of the world.
Yes, the glue
Okay,
side
while
is the
you're
good
getting
side.
that ready, I just want to Debbie is asking about our December crop, and we don't have a December crop. We kind of lie low in December just so people can do, our staff at least, can do more things with their families, and we have a holiday party for our staff. So we don't have a crop in December. We will be having one the first week in March and the first weekend in April, and we haven't started registration yet for those, but it must be maybe a different store, another store that you follow. But no crops here, right, Diana?
Nope, only at home.
Baking and gift making and wrapping, and that's what's going to be going on here.
Here, yes, absolutely. And I was also going to tell you this I just made out of a rectangle, this gold in here, and cut my corners off. I tried using the corner punch that we've shown before, but the corners are a little bit too little. I mean, they're.
Oh, you want a bigger slant.
You want a bigger one. So what I did was I used a tag, and I just put the tag, in the corner and drew the line, and then did the same thing on the other side. So I get them even.
Okay.
So I would have a little bit longer area, and they would all match.
Good idea. Good little tricky tip.
Yeah. So just use a big tag. That
Kendra, thank you. I said April, and Kendra, I'm so glad you're watching. It's actually March and August. So I shouldn't speak without looking. So December, March, April, August. We're sorry, everybody. Luckily, Kendra's watching, and she got me fixed up before too many people.
Yeah.
Diana, I don't know how long I can blame things on my own personal fracture.
On your fracture, I don't.
But I'm blaming a lot of thinking issues on it.
We're still letting you get by with it. That's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm not really going to put this whole card together, but I would.
Oh, I love it. Is this Vicki Boutin?
This is
kind of like it.
Yes. You can mat or you don't have to mat. It doesn't matter. I could do my fracture thing on this piece. The thing is, you do need an extra piece of something to do your fracture on. You can't really do it on here. I guess you could run it out to the edge, but I don't think it'd be very pretty. But whatever piece you do it on, and I'm going to do mine on this because it would go in here. You do it on here first before you attach it to a card.
Okay.
So that you can trim all your edges, because you're going to have edges to trim.
So some of them, Diane said you could mat, like this one. She's matted on the glitter. This one really isn't, well, that's a different one. Or you don't have to mat.
Yeah.
Diana might have matted a lot
on
of
these where you do the four, you would just do it on a plain white piece of paper. So see, I have a white piece under here that I have done my design on and then put it onto here.
And Jackie, welcome. She just got here. Diana is showing us how to make fractured cards.
Yes. So I guess that's
so you start with your centerpiece.
And I've just cut out a square with this, and I put a sticker on it.
Oh, okay.
So you first decide where you want it. Do you want it in the center? Do you want it at the bottom? Do you want it, wherever you want it? And we'll just put ours up here so that I can show you. Now, your strips, you can cut any width you want. Most of mine are cut 1/4 or 3/8 inch. So I'm just going to put my square down first. Now I've got these, I don't know, these aren't cut. These might be 1/4 of an inch. I don't remember what I cut them now. Yeah, they're 1/4 of an inch.
You probably did this 3 weeks ago, Diana.
Yeah,
when
I did this quite a
while ago. If you're just joining us, Diana has been, this is her 3rd scheduled day to show us this.
Yes. So.
Well, thanks for being flexible.
Yeah, heck. So then you just put a little bit of glue on the back. It's what I use. It's easiest. And you start at a corner. It doesn't matter which corner you start at, but you want it right even with the corner and butt it up right next to your
It's so
square.
funny because this looks like...
And you just put it down, okay?
When you look at your cards that you finish, it looks like each section is a separate cut piece of paper, but it's all done on top of your paper.
On top of it. And then you just turn it and you will butt into that one. And you can see that one that I told you not to go, or that you had to go under.
The sled. But this, you don't have to worry about this style.
It's not going to butt in. You would have to cut it off at a slant if you wanted it to butt. So that's why you want it to go under the piece you previously put up. Is that understandable?
Yep, I think
kind
so.
of.
And Beth asked about using other shapes. And if you're just joining us, Diane used rectangles, diamonds, octagons, squares. Did I miss anything? Triangle. You could use a triangle, but it has to be a flat side.
Yeah,
it can't be a circle or an oval.
And so you just keep going around it and button in.
We hate to butt
Yeah,
in. We're going to butt into this show.
So this is the easiest one to do. And now you can see why I want to do this on my mat before, or my page before I actually put it down on my mat, because now I got all these little things sticking out, right? So then you just go through and you just trim them.
So she's got her Tim Holtz scissors and she's just cutting them off.
Oops.
So this you would call the basic.
This is a basic.
Basic.
Yeah, basic.
So a good place to start.
So yeah, and of course you bump it up by using your glitter papers and your metallic papers, and of course you can put anything in the middle. This would be very basic. So then I would just put those onto my card, and then that one would be.
Oh my gosh,
Would
that
be
turned
done.
out, that's beautiful. So she die cut a square with a stitched stitched square die, which you could use that if you have it, or you could just cut a square, added a sticker, and then glued it on and put these strips around it, and she's got a beautiful.
You have a fractured card.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did.
And these, Diana always makes 5x7 cards, and she said you could make A2 cards, you just make them a little smaller.
You just make them smaller, and I'm sure all of them that I've taken examples off of have been A2 cards, because most
Diana,
people.
we have a question that they want to know how long your strips were that you started with.
I just used whatever scrap paper I had. The strips on this one are the same color as this, so I would have cut this base out first, and whatever I had left, and they were probably that long, or maybe they were that long. You just want to make sure they're going to go from one end of that square clear to the end, and you're only going to have one that's really long. On some of them, I've actually been able to, if this one was clear out here, cut that piece off before I did this piece, and it actually fit.
Okay.
So you just cut 3 or 4 strips, and
We're getting comments
yeah.
about how you've made it look easier. It looks harder than it is. You've made it look easy for people, and I think I think
yeah.
a lot of people are going to be making these today, or maybe this weekend. Lisa is making me laugh because she said she was afraid geometry was involved.
Oh no. Not unless
We can say it is. We can say it is.
Well, yeah, it makes it that much more
Yeah,
difficult.
it makes us kind of
Okay.
like math wizards.
So this is a hexagon. So this one is the one that I can show you how to tuck in.
See, that's geometry. It's a hexagon.
Sort of good. Yeah, it's a hexagon.
So it's not an octagon.
Learn your shapes. Yeah. And so, and you can see my strips here.
You
They're
got
all
different
yeah,
lengths.
They're all different lengths because I knew I was going to have some short ones. So basically, I only want to
Oh, I
glue
love
it
these colors.
along this side here for right now. So I just want to put a little glue on there.
Okay, so you just glued enough
Right.
to fit along the side of your hexagon.
Right.
And she started right on the edge, guys. So
I
that
want
is
that
all
so
free.
I can pull that back and while I put the other one, because I'm going to tuck it under it a little bit. Just enough to.
And we do have a question about your glue. So while you glue your next, well, I'm going to wait till you tuck that under, and then I'll show them the glue that you're using.
Well, actually, that one's got art glitter in it, but I am using Nuvo.
Okay.
So when I go to do this, then I'm going to tuck it right up under there and bring it out to the side. But again,
You only
want to
glued-
you want to keep it open to your edge. Now you can put glue under that and glue this one down.
So Diana is using the Nuvo glue. This bottle is hers, and it has been well loved. But the Nuvo glue is
out.
really nice. It dries clear. So if you do get a little glue or oozes out, it's going to dry clear. And she's using the Precision Glue Press from My Sweet Petunia, and that's an amazing tool. They are sold out. We're supposed to have some the middle to the end of next month. And my name's on the list because I don't have one, but I'm getting one.
Yeah, you got to get one. So, okay, so once again, we're going to tuck it under this one coming across. because we don't want that piece just to the end.
You know, if you want to do some geometry, you could probably figure out the angle, the degree of the angle, and you could cut your piece and not tuck it under. For anybody that wants to do the geometry. Otherwise, the rest of us will do it Diana's way.
Yeah, exactly. And now this one's going to have to come clear down here, so I had to pick a little bit longer piece. But again, I'm only going to glue that.
So she's leaving them open so she can tuck the next piece under.
And once you tuck this next piece under, then you can go back in and throw a little glue under this and glue it on down.
And if you are looking for a liquid glue, I would say the Nuvo glue is probably
Nuvo
a
is
staff favorite.
Wonderful. Okay, and let's see. Okay, that one's going to go there. So again, you just glue to the edge and you tuck under.
And if you, Janet just posted, if you can send us an email or give us a call, and we'll put your name on the reserve list for when they come back in.
Yes.
It's a real long shot if they're going to be here for Christmas. So if you really want one for Christmas, you're going to have to get a gift card, and then we'll get it for you.
Now
we're on our last one.
Yeah, and you can see if I do have some more cut, but if I didn't, I could trim this guy off at this point.
That guy.
This guy. This edge.
I love your description.
And you know he's going to fit here and come off the edge. So, you know,
that's a good way to do it.
That's how you kind of save your face here.
And we are making fractured cards.
Yep. Fractured cards. Okay. Glue him down, and he can just be glued down because he's...
Okay, Elle, if you want to send us an email, our email address is pretty easy. It is email@memorybound.com. So it's just the word email at memorybound.com.
Okay, so we got him all done, and they're all tucked under the previous strip, and so then again we just trim.
Pretty. This is all very pretty.
And I would find something to go in the middle of my hexagon that I liked.
You know, if you've got the Tim Holtz, you know, his dies with his shapes, do you think that hexagon is big enough?
I looked at it last night. It is pretty much
about that
almost
size.
this size. Definitely it would be okay for an A2.
Oh, it'd probably be
A2
great
card.
for an A2.
Yeah, it would
Same
definitely.
with his triangles, or if you have his squares or his rectangles.
But I think it was about almost this size, if I recall.
Diana,
So then you
that's
just
really
you would
pretty.
finish decorating that up.
So you could add your die cuts. You could add
Yeah,
ephemera,
anything.
stickers.
Yeah,
There's
a
that little
wreath.
wreath would be really cute in there.
That would be
And that red, I
excellent.
think, would pop.
And you could also, I mean, on this, especially on this one, you know, you could put stickles or something on your,
Oh, yeah,
on
on
your
the
little
berries.
berries, or however you want to decorate them up. And put a
Brianna,
greeting.
I don't know what you're showing us next. There's a lot of
The
questions
last
about
one.
using the different papers. Is that what this is?
That's
okay,
what this
everybody.
is the last
hang on to your hats. She is going to show us now how to do the fractured card
How to
with
do
different
it.
papers, like she did here on this one.
Okay.
And she had another one too. You had that little orange one. Here it is.
Yeah, that one.
Well, it's not little. The tablet is little. So on
Yeah.
these two, she used different papers, and she's going to show us how to do that. Because
Okay.
we're all wondering.
Now, this is the one where I have my card base, which I don't need right now, and then just cut a plain piece of white paper. Again, if you want the white of your card to show, just cut it just slightly smaller so you have a white margin.
Okay.
Or you can put a different color under it or whatever, but cut this the size you want it. This will be your top piece. Again, I got a little, I have a diamond here, and I'm just going to put him. Let's just put him in the middle. We'll start with that. And I'm doing this one with washi tape,
Oh, good.
but
good.
you can do it with strips of paper again. You know, you can do it any way you want.
They're loving this, Diana. There's lots of hearts flowing through.
So you want to do, now these are the colors that I'm going to put in the corners. And you just cut pieces of paper. You have to make sure that they're going to fit in the, your corner. But these
So
are
this is
about
a 5x7 card, and yeah, what size are yours?
they're 3 by 4.5. And again, and this one might be a little bigger. It just
go
depends.
a little bigger than smaller.
Yeah.
And then we've got someone that just joined us, and this square on the inside, it can really be any size you want. Is that? Do you think that's a 2x2, Diana?
This, yeah, I think
Diana's making 5x7 cards. She always
2.5 by 2.5.
That square is 2.5 by 2.5. I will
this
take
one.
pictures of all her cards, but she's got all different sizes. She made like 100 cards for us today, which is really sweet.
And so I'm just going to use washi tape on this. I don't even know if it goes with my
Well, that's
other
the dear,
paper, but
this is the Dear Santa washi tape that she's using.
yeah,
and
I just grabbed that.
Well, and this whole collection has got lots of old-fashioned Santas, and check out this tape right here with the Santa and the music. I don't think I've noticed that before.
I know, isn't it? Some of it's
It's
very
really
pretty.
neat, and it's $7.49 for the 5 rolls.
And again, you just do it like you do the paper strips.
Just line it up.
Line it up with your end. If I can get it lined up with my end. There we go. And bring it down to the edge.
So you don't have to keep it, you know what I'm trying to say? You can glue the whole thing down. You know how your other one you left the strip open? Was that just because it was a hexagon?
Oh yeah, because it was a
Okay, but if
hexagon
it's a
or
square,
an
you don't have to
octagon,
worry
either
about
one.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was a hexagon or where's my end here? And like I said, this card's not going to make any sense with colors, but
Hey, it'll be kind of Vicky Bouton like.
yeah, it will be. Very much. I just grabbed stuff that.
Well, we appreciate you doing this, Diana.
So since we want our tapes opposite of each other, the greens and the whatever color, maroons. And again, you just butt in because we're on a square, so we can do that. Oops, but I can't do that. I gotta have a square end.
This is so nice because these are cards that you can probably make at home.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
of course, if you want to
You
get
can
a
make
square
this-
die or something special, that is great. But you can also try it at home. I think.
And you can just cut your square out with your paper trimmer and just cut
Yeah,
a
you
square.
certainly could.
Or a rectangle
Or cut
whatever.
apart. I love
Yeah.
that you did a cut apart. That
cut
I think is
aparts.
really special.
There's all kinds of cut aparts out
And
there.
here's the one she did before with the washi tape, and it's got the 4 different papers, and that's what she's showing us now. This is advanced. This is for the advanced
well, I don't
fractured
know.
people.
I don't know how advanced you have to be, but
So she's cutting a straight edge.
yeah, I just gotta make sure I have a straight
You know
edge
what?
to
You
butt
don't
in.
even need to add more paper. I've seen cards, Diana, where they just keep adding the tape or whatever.
Oh yes, you could do that.
So you don't even have the paper. You just have layers and
yeah,
layers.
of this. Yeah, and that sort of goes along with the double when I do double. I don't
Yeah,
know
you
which
had-
one. I
you
had
had a
some
double.
Yeah, like you.
So this one.
You have doubles and triples.
She could have
and-
even added more tape and not even done the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Or do what you're doing now and maybe add 2 rows and leave your white background.
Absolutely. You can do that. And
Diana
put a thing.
you're Diana. Janet just posted the Stitch Squares die. So that's
Last
what
thing.
Diana is using on this card. So, and it's nice to have your stitched basics. Oh, tricky.
So you just got to make sure that you've got a big enough piece. I just want to see where I want this one because this ideally should have been just a random,
You mean not
design.
directional?
Yeah, not directional.
What's on the back of it? Oh, just red.
It's just red.
Yeah. Oh, there you
But
go.
I wasn't really paying attention. So anyway, you just fit it in there.
Yeah,
Where it
this is-
goes.
This is like, what are we going to call this? The waboom, because this is how it all goes together.
It all goes together.
Now, if you guys follow us on Facebook, we did post a peek at our, most companies call them Black Friday specials, but ours are Thanksgiving week specials, and they start on Monday. So we did post a peek of that, and there'll be an email going out on Sunday or Sunday evening that will list all the specials, and it'll have links, but you just have to beware. If you put them in your cart before the sale, you won't have the sale price, because our system doesn't go back and put in sale prices if it's already in your cart. So you're going to want to make sure you don't put things in your cart until it is actually has the sale price online. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but hopefully it does. This looks
does.
pretty funny, Diana. I'm going to be anxious to see this when you get it all.
So you just put one in each corner, and you just butt it into the corners.
And notice she is putting glue on the on her base,
glue
not on
there
the paper, or you would have kind of a mess.
You would have a gluey mess. I have a big enough mess doing it this way. Okay, so
yeah, what's the back look
now,
like?
That's what you got on the back.
Gosh.
So you can just put it on your paper trimmer. I don't know if I have one.
Did you bring a paper trimmer?
I did.
We have the Tim Holtz paper trimmer in the back if we need it.
I brought my oldest one in. I just, when I was cleaning my scrapbook room this week and going through drawers, I found yet another one. So I have 3 of these.
3 of the
and
same?
I don't even use these.
Oh
I
my
use,
gosh. You'll
I
have to
use
give
my
one of those lovely
Caterpillar.
granddaughters of yours.
I think I've probably given them all.
Donna says, wow, I think I can make one of these. Karen says, thank you for showing us how. Audra is mind blown.
And actually, I cut some of this off because it's hard to line it up on your
So
your
just
paper
trim
trimmer.
off some of the excess to
just
get it in
trim
your
it
trimmer.
off and get it out of there. And then you can usually put it on your trimmer and
I would say this
what
has
you're
been a
doing.
great demo, Diana. It's so nice to see how to do this. And while Diana's trimming that off, Chris brought back the little ladybug stickers that we have that we think would be really good. Especially the Sticko ones on the right would be really great with that collection. We're going to have to get those displayed with it. So then you're just trimming off.
I'm just trimming off,
along the edge.
Yeah, trim right along the edge of your.
They say so beautiful and easy.
And get rid of all that.
Great demo. Thank you.
Yep, they're very easy once you figure out how
Once
to.
you start making them and you just get creative like Diana did and using washi tape and paper and different colors of paper and ephemera and die cuts and stickers.
And there you have
Oh
your
my gosh,
top.
it's kind of a patchwork.
Yeah,
Diana, we
like
thought
I said,
this was
that's
going to
nothing
be...
matches on that one, but
I know, but it's kind of charming. It kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of a patchwork quilt
you
with
could
the different
actually,
papers.
Yeah, so it's as easy as that if you're doing the
And here's the other
thing.
one that she made that had the different colors. And there's the other. You've got the other one.
Yeah, this one had different colors on it. So,
Now, Kendra
Yeah.
said a scrapbook page like this would be neat.
oh yes, yeah.
I think that
I
would
thought
be really
about
cool.
that too. I thought that would be really cool.
So give that a
Just
try.
have to-
If you do it, post it out here so we can see it. Shelley says easier than what she thought it would be. Janet loves the idea of the scrapbook page. And Bonnie says these are so great. Thank you for sharing. Diana, this has been amazing and awesome. And we will take pictures and we'll either post them on our blog or we'll post them on here on Facebook. And they say thank you
Okay.
for the possibilities are endless. And Lisa
Endless.
says the patchwork idea is a winner. And you
Yeah.
can make them for any theme like Diana showed
Oh,
us. She
yeah.
had all kinds of themes. And
Birthdays and anything.
I know you
think
spent a
they're
lot
wonderful.
of time on making all these samples for us, and I want to personally tell you thank you, Diana. We're going to
welcome.
tell you everyone to have a happy weekend.
Yep.
And if you're in the area, come in and see us. We're open today till 4, and then we're open tomorrow and Sunday. And then Monday, we're starting our Thanksgiving specials. So we're working on getting that set up, and I can just kind of take a spin around here. We've got lots of everything. We've got dyes. There's some Tim Holtz dyes that I don't think you can even get anymore that we were able to get our hands on, and they're going to be on special. and we've got a couple collections and card kits and just lots of really great stuff. And on Monday we'll be telling you all about our specials for the week. So tune in on Monday. It's a bit of a surprise Monday, so we'll see you then. And so long, everybody. Have a great crafty weekend.
Bye.